stuff all set up here. Move that out of the way. Move this out of the way. Too busy. Too busy. Oh, sounds like activity going on out here. Oh, power saw. That's what it was. I'm going to use typical acrylic dollar store type paints. And I have 3 different grays and a light green. This one's actually called soft moss. That's what I'm kind of simulating. Bring them up close so that you can't tell the difference between the colors anyways. The one is called dolphin gray, and basically it's a bluish type gray. It's on the darker side of grays, but it's got a little bit of blue in it. You know, it's like an off-white. You know, they lean towards the blue side, the green side, or the brown side, the beige side, you know, when you're kind of off tints. Okay, anyways, this is kind of towards the blue. And then the other 2 I got here, one is called a morning mist gray and a Quaker gray, and they're both kind of, well, the morning mist is actually kind of towards a blue too, and the Quaker, it's a really light one, but it's kind of a beigey brown. Okay, so that's why I added a green, which would be the, you know, the 3rd tone. You know, that way you get you get different colors kind of on it. Anyways, that's the theory. I'm sticking with it. Seems to work for me. Now the darker one, the blue one, I kind of use that as a thick wash. Okay, I don't know if I can patch these together. Yeah, I'll try patching these together. Okay, yeah, these are the different blocks. So this was the spray paint. This was the black acrylic paint. This was the black wash. This one here, paint wash. This was a dirty grayish wash. Yeah, it was a dirty grayish wash from that house paint and some of the black and stuff. And then this was sort of a brown mixed with some of the other colors. Okay? I suppose I should have had a paintbrush here. I'll have to go get one for the dry brushing here. So what's this? This is the darker of the 3, and it's a, as you can see, it is fairly, that's a gross paintbrush. So let's see what it looks like. Okay, one side came out not bad, and the other side has this freaking weird thing on it, so I'm going to experiment with that side. Now if you go like this, and you discover that, oh my god, that's way too thick. Don't freaking panic, eh? Just do try to, you know, rinse it off, not rinse it off, but make it into more of a wash than it is. So it's always nice to have a whole bunch of various empty containers around. All handy. What the hell's in this one? Doesn't matter. That is not wet enough. There we go. Can you see? That's pretty much a wash. Okay, I like a gray wash. I like, you know what I mean? I know there's browns and stuff in everything and stuff. That's usually why I do the base coat is brown, eh? But I like gray for castle walls type stuff, eh? So I'm gonna coat that whole side with this dolphin gray tin wash. Some places are a little bit thick. Usually dries darker than you think, eh? This one here, I'm going to go try to do it just on the tops. So it's kind of like a wet, dry brush. Yeah, if you go into this full time, this is how you hold a paintbrush. Any other way and you're going to end up with blisters, eh? Okay. That looks a little thick there, don't it? But oh well. We'll let that dry. So that's you know, that's where all the time comes in, is sitting in there dry time, eh? Waiting for the shit to dry. That's way too much gray. I should use that on something else. Okay. Here's the other wall that's just brown. Let's do it all in a gray wash. Yes. There's just a little bit of paint in there. So let's rescue this paint. Yeah. I don't know why my shirt's always painty, eh? All my shirts look like this. Yeah, can't dress me up, take me anywhere. Okay. Yeah, this will look good. So that was kind of a light brown. I'll zoom in later, okay? But basically, this is what we've got right now. We've got kind of brown with a gray wash, and then this various pieces of black with gray wash over top of it. I like washes. Washes are great. Washes are good. You just have to wait in between each coat to dry. Okay, that's the only thing, because otherwise they blend together, of course, eh? So you gotta let them, you know, ideally you gotta let them dry overnight, eh? But, no way, no way. That's why it's nice to get yourself drying racks and stuff. Mine are being used as storage racks right now. I'll show you what I mean. I'll zoom in for you. Maybe try using. There we go. Out there, it's an old bakery storage rack. Eh? I think I only paid about $10 for it. Eh? But man, it's nice for drying stuff on. Eh? What do I got on there? Whole shitload of Hobbit houses. Yeah, I want to do Hobbiton. So, anyways.